So over the years, I've seen a number of organizations all wanting to use Agile, and there's always different reasons for it. Probably the worst reason is because someone else is doing it or because they want to follow it. And this is where you'll often get robotic or mechanical or cookie cut Agile adoptions. This is usually associated with some very large firm coming in, like partnering with them, consulting firm going, oh, you have to be agile because that's the thing to do. I've seen this particularly in very, very large organizations because they got the bigger pockets, so the bigger firms go after them, right? And where it is successful is when the board, particularly the CEO, care about delivering value. And let's be frank, like if you're an organization that wants to adopt Agile for the sake of adopting Agile, you're missing the point. And you're probably on a hiding to nothing and you're going to burn loads of cash and really upset your people. If you're looking for exploring ways to be more effective, how to better connect with your customer and deliver better value. So if you're approaching it from first principles, then there's probability you'll be more successful. ING had a very interesting approach to this where they started small with a pilot and they went through multiple iterations and they're so far in front of the rest of their competition in finance in Netherlands. They really pioneered the space. And the way they approached it was iteratively and incrementally. Similarly with startups, like a lot of times startups come to Agile because they're flailing around and JFDI is the way they do things and they don't have any process or structure at all. So using a lightweight framework like Scrum helps them put some business discipline into the way they do things. And I'm not saying Scrum is the only way to do things, but it's got a few more guardrails than Kanban, and people can do that as long as you don't become dogmatic or zealous about it. You know, it really doesn't matter what the base scale is as long as you can make music. And this is where some folks get so fixated on the punching an agile ticket, they forget the whole point is to help their business develop and deliver better value to the customers. So helping your organization all look good so that you don't kick the Game of Thrones can and all of a sudden you get this horrible political war between team A, team B, and team A wants to throw team B under the bus so that their director looks better. No, this is just organizational change problems. Finding appropriate support of people who understand this, because there's going to be levels of support you'll need, and really rooting yourself in the principles and values of the change and being open to being pragmatic is oh so important. And this is where you see the work with Mike Burrows has done and the evolutionary change. When you have a look at the great work Dave Snowden's doing and using SenseMaker and really thinking about a direction of travel and understanding pockets and realizing that this is a human system you're interacting with. So a brutalistic mechanical adoption of Agile will not give you much joy at all. Whereas if you go into an adoption, or if you're in the middle of an adoption, if you just sense check, make sure that you're rooted in your corporate values and that your key principles are there, that you've got some guardrails and you're using Agile to get agile, right? There's you can't waterfall into Agile. You can only agile into Agile because it's complex. You know, it's a bit like having sex to try and be a better virgin. It's just not going to get you anywhere. It's going to take you further away from your ultimate end goal. So when your company, organization is connected to wanting to deliver value, you've got a better probability of achieving your outcome.